Eamon here from Ashdown Farm, putting up a video on silage, harvesting some silage down here. As it's it's the 16th of July, a beautiful, fine summer's day. It's 50 years ago this year since the first time I cut silage, and it's going to probably celebrate my 50 years in farming. I'd like you to support my videos and give me the thumbs up. Retirement. Do we want to have an active retirement, or do we want to sit on the couch like a couch potato? Do we want a long and active retirement? If we do, we need to plan it. We need to be active. I'm probably heading into my retirement or semi-retirement very soon. As September, I'll be 50 years working on my dairy farm. I was 16 when I left school after a few years in the vocational school at Boy. Came home to work alongside my mother and father on a small dairy farm in Delvin, County Westmeath, with a small number of cows in a very old-fashioned type of system. We had just joined the EEC at the time, and farming was beginning to expand, and the need for producing more food was growing. We had modernisation and mechanisation those early years. As a young fella, I tried to learn as much as I could about the new systems that there was in farming, let that be in silage, in more milk production, grassland management. And in fairness, I learnt a lot. But it was always a battle to try to change the systems on our farm, with our father being over 60 years of age and my mother in her late 50s. And they were doing it a particular way, not in their lifetime, but even the generations and generations before that. But we had moved along a certain distance along the road. My father had gone from the horses, maybe 10 or 15 years before that, into a tractor, and was producing milk and selling it to the Dublin market, to a company called Premier Dairies. I seen huge opportunities that time in farming. And when I think back now of where we were and the type of cow we have, and think of the changes that has revolved in that 50 years and where we are. When you see this harvester here today that's capable of doing 7 or 8 acres an hour, it would take us a very long day when we start cutting silage ourselves to cut 5 acres in the day. Now this harvester will be able to do 6 or 7 acres in the one day. The difference is the huge investment in money. There's a lot of other machinery and tractors and that involved. You just happen to be stopped now because we're drawing this from an out farm that's about 20 miles away from our home from a place called Castlepollard, and they're waiting for some tractors and trailers to come. But coming back to the video and where we were 50 years ago and where we are today. You think of the job that you're in. Let you be a mechanic, a builder, a doctor, a nurse, guard, factory worker, teacher, and think of the way you had to change and revolve over that period of time. I spoke in my previous videos about change and about being involved in your community and all the rest. think back what you had to do and change and adopt to new work practices, to new living practices.